What's happening, Cucumber Squad? Right, man, Hopsin, your house. As you know, guys, for those of you who know me, Hopsin's one of my favorite rappers. He's right up there at the top of my absolute favorites, with NF, with well, Eminem. Let's just count Eminem out of this one. NF, Token, Hopsin. There's a couple of them that I absolutely adore, that are absolutely brilliant artists. And yeah, he's just released a new track called Your House. Haven't heard it yet. I think it was dropped like 2 or 3 days ago. I'm back now, so let's rock and roll. Let's see what we've got over here. Hopsin, man, we haven't heard from you for a while, bro. Let's see what you've got, man. Let's go. Okay, judging by the visuals, I can kind of feel like this is going to go to a real place. Kid watching his mom, and I'm assuming his dad, getting arrested.
Man, I don't even know what happened. I was born inside of this shit, my fucking parents scrapping. I was mortified as a kid. Police always at my house, all because of my daddy's temper. Man, this shit been going on about as long as I can.
Police always at my house just because of my daddy's temperament. Okay. Let's not even get into that. Let's just carry on.
And this shit been going on about as long as I can remember. He'd always blame my mom for the shit he didn't accomplish. I'd hide in the corner like a guinea pig in the process, just knowing he about to smack the fucking teeth out of mouth. It's like when it came to some type of drama, he got aroused. No joke. There was the moments where dad would slowly be creeping up. I would jump in front of my mama, please don't beat her up. I ain't never spoke on this shit, the memories are up. Smiles and hugs, that's just something you'll never see in us. You know the pain when your parents tell you to go and play, then hours later you see your mom and she got a swollen face.
Yeah, this is real. This is real. I actually, yeah, I don't even know. I'm not gonna add it. I'm not adding anything. It's pretty self-explanatory.
And when your parents tell you to go and play, then hours later you see your mom and she got a swollen face. I hope you don't relate. I just learned how to cope today from the days when I would pick up the phone and say, I gotta leave here now. My mom and dad acting crazy and this ain't right, and they've been going back and forth all night. I wanna stay at your house tonight, cause I don't wanna hear my dad fight mama no more. I don't wanna hear the police at the front door. Can I stay at your house? I wanna stay at your house tonight. Your house tonight. I would go to school feeling so frightened, yeah, I was scared, not knowing if I'ma go home finding my mama dead. Every other fucking day dad was always losing control. He was acting.
You know what's crazy is that this is actually a reality in a lot of people's lives. A lot of people's lives. Firstly, for me, if you're a man that cannot control your temper and you need to take that out on a woman, you're a fucking scum of the earth asshole that should probably drop dead right fucking now. Right? That's how it should be. You should be dropped dead right fucking now. If you can't control your temper, that you can actually take your temper out on a woman, right, who's physically weaker than you, right, and that makes you a man, I can't handle men like that. I can't handle men like that. I can't handle the brawn with no brains. You know what I mean? If you really want to beat somebody at something, use your fucking head. Don't use your muscles. Everybody can use muscles. Anybody can go and try and act like a fucking big dog. Doesn't do nothing. Your life is still in the fucking gutter. You know what I mean? Use your brain. Use your brain. Try and actually talk. Try and actually sit down and communicate with somebody. And then I can sit there and tell you whether I can judge and assess whether you are a weak man or a strong man. If you can actually sit down and be vulnerable, if you can actually sit down and talk to somebody, communicate with somebody, instead of beating them up, hey man, that's strength. That's strength. But if you feel strength is to actually go and beat up a kid, and trust me, whatever, just what I just said, like, you're a fucking coward, a proper fucking coward. I'm all too well versed at this shit. Let's go.
Like a fucking ape running loose in our home. Man, ever since I was born, they was pessimistic and torn. It's evident, but regardless, they never get a divorce. God, I wish they got around it, just checking into some counseling. We could have been a happy family inside our house again. I said again as if we ever were. That's false. Shit I dealt with growing up will forever hurt. I'm lost. We were nothing like the families I used to see on the sitcoms. We were horrible with bonds. I can no longer sitcom. I would see that my friends had a life at home that was peaceful. They were lovable people who didn't function like we do. Or how I wish I could redo the pain of the wicked days when I'd pick up the telephone, call a friend and say, I gotta leave. Here now. My mom and dad acting crazy and this ain't right. And they've been going back and forth all night. I wanna stay at your house tonight, cause I don't wanna hear my dad fight mama no more. I don't wanna hear the police at the front door. Can I stay at your house? I wanna stay at your house tonight, your house tonight. I ain't placing the blame, saying it's mom or dad's fault, but all those traumas I had stuck with me as an adult, and it ignited these mad thoughts that I seem to have often. Yeah, that's Hopsin. Music is where my last straw went. Now I'm devoted to always give you my true life. The love I never felt growing up, I get it from you guys. Please.
I absolutely adore the song. I think the song is absolutely spectacular. It's super, super, super real, but I'll tell you one thing, I'll never listen to the song again. And it's nothing on Hopsin. It's nothing on Hopsin. This man raps so cleanly. This man is so relatable. This man is so powerful, right? But this particular song, such a heavy. This is the first and only time I'll listen to this song. Sorry, Hop. Not that it's a bad song. It's just for me, yeah, it's just not something I want to put on my playlist. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Please don't get it twisted, I love both my parents to death. I just think there's issues a lot of fucking parents neglect. We all got these traumas we carry, and sometimes it's scary cause we bury the nest right there in our chest, and we subconsciously air and project the nightmares and the stress that we dealt with when we were younger. And that's why therapy's best. Listen, if you got kids of your own and you throwing tantrums, don't be oblivious and assume that it won't impact them. Children follow the protocol of the parents' blueprint, so when there's an issue, they might handle it just how you did.
Oh God, you couldn't actually say it any better, fucking Hopsin. You actually couldn't say it any better, and the problem is that you tend to, when you grow up in those kind of households, right, you tend to not realize, if you don't deal with that shit, if you don't deal with that pain, you don't deal with that trauma from the past, if you don't, there's literally that sort of situation sort of develops a log that goes across your heart and your chest, right? And it keeps all that stuff bottled in because that's the only way you know how to control that, right? If you don't remove that log and actually let everything come out, right, you will end up in a situation where you're exactly like that with your own children, right? You need to air that out. You need to air out that trauma. You need to get that out. And I promise you, if you don't, I swear to God, if you don't do that, if you don't actually go and address that in the past, you will forever remain fuzzy, grey, and confused about your own life, right? All that shit needs to come out. You need to break open in order to move forward, because that shit holds a big fucking scar. Trust me, it holds a big scar, and it fucks your life up, right? It fucks your life up for years until you actually learn to fucking snap out of it. Because you operate from an autopilot, you operate from a system in your head that's always coming from that. You know, it's coming from that pain, it's coming from those insecurities. It's everything you do in your present life is dictated by your past. And if you don't deal with that, right, I promise you will not introspect, you'll not be aware. Every single thing is going to be everybody else's fault. You will not take responsibility for your own life if you don't air that out, if you don't let them come out of your heart, come out of your soul. Everything. You'll find people on the internet, you'll find so many people that are sitting there and they're airing out their thing on social media, saying, oh, this and this and this. It's not the world's fault. It's not the world's fault that you're in that position. It's not the world's fault that it's not the world's fault that you are not in a great state. Stop blaming everybody else for the position you're in. You change the position you're in. Know what I mean? Stop playing victim. Trust me, it's coming from a proper, real place of knowledge. Just trust me. Deal with your life. Deal with your insecurities. Don't be too big to be vulnerable. Be vulnerable. Go and cry about it. Go and seek help. Talk about it. And if it means that you're going to cry for a week, cry for a week. Trust me. Trust me. Or else you will forever live a life that it's everybody else's fault that you're not succeeding. It's everybody else's fault that you're not in a position that you should be in. You keep projecting. Look at yourself first and look where it's coming from. We all have our baggage, but our baggage weighs heavy on our future. You're not weak if you're vulnerable. Be vulnerable. Let it out.
You did. I gotta leave here now. My mom and dad acting crazy and this ain't right. And they've been going back and forth all night. I wanna stay at your house tonight, cause I don't wanna hear my dad fight mama no more. I don't wanna hear the police at the front door. Can I stay at your house? I wanna stay at your house tonight. Your house tonight.
It should never get to this, ever. It should never get to this. You should never, if you cannot control your temper, with specifically a woman or a child, you have big fucking problems. You have big problems. You should not be in denial. You have big fucking problems and you need to go way back and address that past. Know what I mean? Ever. I will never. I'm more of a very, very calm, very reserved person. I'm the kind of person from a child. If I got angry, if certain things happened, I actually just wanted to remove myself from that situation. I'd never take my keys and like drive off. Never. I'd stay in the same house, but I'd leave. I'd just be like, leave me alone. Like, leave me alone. I'll talk to you in an hour. I'll talk to you in 2 hours. Let me just wind all the way down. You know what I mean? Then I'll wind all the way down and then I can go and have a real rational conversation. I'm not a person that flies off the handle like that unless you try and hurt my family. You do that and I'll stick an ice pick in your eye. But I always try to completely diffuse the situation immediately, right? Go think about it, rationalize, be a human being and rationalize. And then if I'm wrong, I'll apologize. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And sometimes even if I'm not wrong, I'd be like, okay, I'm sorry, can we just let it go, essentially? You know what I mean? Communication, people. Communication, it's so simple, it's so easy. It's so much easier than going and breaking the fucking house down. You know what I mean? I wish somebody fucking told my father that. Yeah, A-class song from Hopsin again. Super, super awesome, super, super relatable, talking about real issues, real fucking issues. You know what I mean? And it's great that he actually brings light to this. And yeah, Hopsin, tip top, but that was my first and last. Love you all, man. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.